Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thanks to our management who has given us golden opportunity to build our self-confidence and remove our stage fear. As you know, today we are here to give presentation on various topics, and everyone has selected different topics. We have selected very interesting topic, that is autonomous car. Before I start my topic, I want to ask a question to the audience. What is autonomous car? Okay. Autonomous car that can drive itself from one point to another point without driver, in other words, with an autopilot system. Now let's come to the next slide. Why is it neat? This technology creates new revolution in the automobile and transport field. It helps the user to save their valuable time which is wasted while driving, and it is not necessary for the drivers to be always seated on the driver's seat except in some places. Now let's come to the next slide. Components. The main components of autonomous car, they are radar, optics, lidar, GPS mapping system, processor, and wheel speed. Now let's come to the next slide. Yeah, this picture shows the where the components placed: radar, optics, lidar, GPS system, and processor. Now let's come to the next slide. How it works. This technology depends upon the components which are represented above. First, the compact map path to the place where the user wants to go is selected on the GPS map in the display unit. When the user starts the engine, all the equipment will take positioning. The readings are obtained from the radar every second. It detects the objects at the limit of 180-degree angle and continuously feed the control unit, thereby moving the vehicle in safe and proper direction. Now let's come to the next slide. Which companies are working on autonomous car? These are the companies which are working on autonomous car: Audi, Google, and Ford, and so many, etc., etc. Now let's come to the next slide. Radar sensors are used to detect dangerous objects in the vehicle's path that are more than 100 meters away. The radar chips between 10 and 11 gigahertz over a 5 milliseconds. Now let's come to the next slide. Optics. A camera mounted near the rear view mirror built a real-time 3D images of the road ahead, spotting hazards like pedestrian and animals. It is also used to identify road marking and traffic signals. Now let's come to the next slide. Ladder. The light detecting and ranging ladder, which is mounted on the roof of the vehicle, is most important device in the autonomous vehicle. Now let's come to the next slide. GPS. Global positioning system. A global positioning system keeps the car on its intended route, which is selected before travels. Now let's come to the next slide. Processor. Some 7 dual core 2.13 gigahertz processor and 2 GB of RAM is used in autonomous car. Now let's come to the next slide. Wheel speed sensor. Wheel speed sensor measures the road wheel speed and direction of rotation. Now let's come to the next slide. Advantages. To avoid accidents, the current location of vehicle can be determined using global positioning system. While traveling, you can do other works like using of mobile, sleep, and etc. Disadvantages. Hackers can change the route which is plotted in the system in rare case. In case of failure of main sensor and backup sensors, the vehicle can create a chance of accidents. Traveling time will be more. Now let's come to the next slide. Now let's come to the conclusion. By implementing this autonomous car mode, technology will surely reduce the occurrence of road accidents by a considerable value. In the future, the wide acceptance of my technology will create an accident-free world. In future, if we implement software to prevent the hacking of autonomous car. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask any questions. Thanks for your attention. Any queries? Thank you.